Hello everyone, my name is Sistani, and as usual, let's first check the return of the previous package that I have introduced 2 weeks ago, and then we will see the new package for the next 2 weeks and also market forecast for the next coming week. As you see in this video, I have also included a summary of this video at the beginning. The return of the previous package, as you see, was 2.3%. Then our return since the beginning of 2022 reached something around 20%. And then the return since the beginning of 2017 end up something close to 480%. And as you will see, the market forecast for the next coming week doesn't look promising. And now let's start first with the return of the 8 stocks package and then 15 stocks package. Okay, let's start first with the 8 stocks package. This is the package that I have introduced in the previous video 2 weeks ago for a duration of 2 weeks, means until the end of this week. And as usual, these are the tickers of the stocks in this package, plus the buying price, the market close price on Friday afternoon, and these are the tickers, the price development for each stocks in this package, 60 days price development. And now let's see the return of this package. And this is now the return of this package. Here you can see the return of each individual stocks in this package. As you see, the returns are changing between close to 6% and minus 7%. At the end, all the returns are positive except one of the stocks in this package. And here you can see then as usual, the price changes during the last 74 days. And since we have bought this package close to these 60 days, then the last 14 days shows the price changes during the last 2 weeks. And this is at the end the return of this package, 2.3% compared to the market price, as you see, is better. For example, S&P 500, the return was plus 0.8%. Then with this return, we can also evaluate this package successful. Now, if we add the return of the previous package to our return since the beginning of 2022, we end up something close to 20%. And as usual, you can read the accumulative on the right axis together with this orange curve, and the return of each package you can read on the left axis together with this bar. For example, as you have seen, the return of the previous package was something close to 2%. And now let's check also the return of the 15 stocks package. And this is now the return of the 15 stocks package that I have shown in the previous video. Here again, you can see the return of each individual stocks in this package. As you see, the returns are changing between minus 7% and plus 7.6%. And the average of this package also is 2.9%, which is a little bit better than 8 stocks package. And compared to the market uh, price development during the last 2 weeks, this package also we can evaluate it successful. And here you also can see then the price changes during the last 2 weeks for each stocks in this package. Now, if we add the return of the previous package to our return since the beginning of 2022 for the 15 stocks package, we end up something close to 11%, which at the end will be less than 8 stocks package. However, compared to the market and for this year is a good return. Before starting the new package, let's first have a look on the market forecast. As I have explained in the previous video, I use machine learning techniques to forecast the market for 4 different indexes. As you see there, we have S&P 500, Jones, NASDAQ Composite, and Bitcoin. As I have explained in the previous video, I trained the machine learning technique with different market indicators in the past and use it to forecast the future. And here you can see the price changes, the last 1000 days price changes for each indexes. And this orange one shows the market forecast. Now let's zoom in on this last part to see the market forecast. This is a zoom in on the last part of these price changes for each indexes. The blue curve shows the price changes during the past 15 days, and the orange curve shows the market forecast, the next 5 days market forecast means by the end of the next week. As you see, for all of these four indexes, by the end of the next week, we expect some correction. For S&P 500 and Jones, we expect small correction, something around 1%, maybe a bit more than 1%. But for NASDAQ and Bitcoin, as you see, according to this machine learning forecasting, we should expect a bigger correction. For Bitcoin, for example, something around 5%. And however, at the end, this is as I have explained in the previous video, this is only machine learning forecasting and may not be always correct because the market behave according to the new news rather than the similar condition in the past. However, as is also regarding the last in the market forecasting in the previous video, if you have watched the previous video at this time, we according to the forecast, we expected something by the end of the week. We expected a small correction for S&P 500 and less than 1%. And as you see, this happened by the end of the first week. We had compared to this time, we had less than 1% reduction. However, during the second week, then the price has been increased, and at the end of these 2 weeks, we had a small increase for S&P 500. And as I have explained again in the previous video, the chances that S&P and follow such a prediction is more than the others because there are more stocks included in these indexes, and then it's more predictable. And yes, let's then we will check then for this forecast also in the next video. As I explained in the previous video, also you can use this as only a hint, such a market forecasting. For example, if you are going to invest or enter the market during the next week, maybe you can wait a few days until this correction come, and then for example on Tuesday, Wednesday you can enter the market, or if you want you to increase your capital. However, if you already are in the market, I don't recommend to uh, leave the market or decrease the market because of the decrease your capital because of this market forecasting. Now let's start the new package for the next 2 weeks, means until 11 December. This is now, let's start first with 8 stocks package and then 15 stocks package. This is then the 8 stocks package which has been selected with this tool. And as I have explained in the video, this tool has been equipped with different technical analysis and machine learning techniques, and it selects these packages for a duration of 2 weeks. Here you can see then the tickers of the stocks in this package and also the buying price on Friday afternoon, the market close price. And here you can see also the price changes during the last 60 days for each stocks. And as I have explained on Monday, I replaced one by one the previous package with the new package and I don't sell the whole previous package and buy a completely new package in order to avoid being out of the market for some hours. And as you see, for example, there could be also some common stocks between the two packages, between the previous package and the new package. For example, these stocks, also we have it in the previous package, then I don't need to sell it. I only need to keep it. Then I will replace the other stocks in the previous package. And this is now the new 15 stocks package. Again, these are the tickers and the buying price according to Yahoo Finance on Friday afternoon. And these are then the price changes during the last 60 days. I will post then the next video on 11 December and we check the return of this package together on 11 December. Also if you have any opinion or comment about this package, please write down in the comment. Or if you have tried the previous package, please write down also your experience. I would be happy to hear also about your experience. And then otherwise we talk on 11 December. And the next package also will be the last package of this year. Let's hope for the best. And then we heard about this then in 2 weeks. In the rest of this video, I will check then the return of this method since the beginning of 2017 for those who has not watched the previous video. As I have explained in the previous video, in this method I use code equipped with different technical analysis and machine learning to select a package of 15 or 8 stocks for a duration of 2 weeks. And I post bi-weekly a video to check the return of the previous package and also to introduce the new package. Here you can see the return of this method since the beginning of 2017. On the right axis together with the orange, again you can see the accumulative return. As you see, the accumulative return of this method since the beginning of 2017 until November 2022 reached something around 500%. And also you can see the return of each individual package with these blue bars, and you can see read the return of each individual package on the left axis. In the rest of this video, then I will go through the return of each year, and we check the return of this method in the past 5 years. In 2021, as you know, it was a very good year for the trading. And as you see, the return of this method, the accumulative at the end of the year was close to 100%. The minimum return was something around -3%, which happened in November. And the maximum return was more than 9%, which happened in October. In 2020, as you know, at the beginning of the year, we had a sharp drop in the Actian market due to the pandemic. And however, during the rest of the year, this has been recovered. And at the end of the year, the accumulative of this return reached something close to 25%, 26%. And the maximum return happened at the beginning of the April and was something around 15%, and the minimum happened in March and it was less than -20%. And for 2019, here you can see the return of this method. As you see, the cumulative return in 2019 at the end of the year was something around more than 40%, 43%. And the minimum return happened at the end of close to the end of the May and was something around -5%, and the maximum return of this year also was a bit more than 5%, let's say 6%. And 2018, as you know, 2018 was not an ideal year for trading. However, as you see at the end of the year, the return, the accumulated return of this method was something around 8%. And as you see during this year, the minimum return was something close to -6%, which happened the second half of the January, and the maximum return was something close again to 6%. And here also you can see then the return of this method in 2017. As you see, the accumulative return of this method at the end of the year reached something around 40%, and the minimum return happened sometime in April and was something close to 2%, and the maximum return was around 6%. And then with this, we will finish the checking the return of this method since the beginning of 2017.